Why, hello, my friends. Psychic medium Samantha Faye here, and I'm so thankful once again that you're joining me here for Transformational Tuesday. Went ahead and grabbed my magical messages from the fairies. I know the title says a loving angel message for you, but I'm bringing the fairies. So I want to give everyone just kind of a minute to join in, join on. I'm going to talk about something that came up for me the other day that I wanted to share with you guys. And it's some of you know, if you've been following me, I went to a funeral last Friday and it was beautiful and wonderful. And there was a lot of closure and there was just a lot of really wonderful things that happened there as far as family bonding. It was my great grandmother who passed away. She was 102 years old. And as much as, you know, my rational mind wants to say, well, she's 102, you know, that's old. We have to, at some point we're expecting it. It's like, yeah, that's wonderful and nice, but it totally, for me, discredited the grief that I was feeling, the intensity of the grief that I was feeling. And I really just wanted to honor that. So when we got to the point where we were, you know, together and my father, his brothers, and their cousins were the pallbearers carrying her out of the church, there was a moment when we were all sitting there crying. And I saw a few people, you know, trying to comfort others. And I saw a few people just letting themselves cry. In the meantime, I'm bawling my eyes out, so there's a little bit of balance there. But it just came to me that because I'm in the healing world, because I'm in practicing these healing practices, a lot of what we practice is to hold space for other people in whatever way that looks like. If somebody's angry, if somebody's upset, if somebody just wants to feel. And so I've had a lot of practice holding space for somebody. And what that means really is holding space is allowing somebody to feel what it is that they need to feel, allowing them to feel what it is that they're going through so that they can actually just simply experience it. And there's such magic to holding space. There's so much magic to holding space and what that means. And so one of the things that I wanted to talk about, good morning, Patty. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is what to do when somebody is crying. Because I think a lot of us either freeze up or we see somebody crying and we're like, no, it's going to be okay. It's really just momentary. You know, this too shall pass. Whatever it is that we say to somebody to try to comfort them, when in the work that I do, the depths of trauma healing, the depths of just emotional expression, feeling, loving, learning, all of these things that come up and come out, is that in that moment when somebody is crying, that it's important to let them release. It's really, really important to let them release. Male, female, old, young, it doesn't matter. We all need to cry. And yes, I'm using the word need. We all need to cry. It's part of our release. It's Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, raining, cleansing, releasing pressure. I'm using that as a parallel, and for some of you that may be a little bit woo-woo or a little bit out there, but my point in that is that we have to have this time in our lives to let ourselves cry, to let ourselves release, to grieve, to be sad, to be angry, to be frustrated, to be overwhelmed, to be happy, whatever it is, those tears, they must come. They need to come. And so when that is happening with somebody, when you're the one that's in the room where they are feeling what they're feeling, when they're expressing in the way that they're expressing, allow them to. Don't try to touch them. And I know that for some of you that sounds so funny, but it's like if somebody is crying, you don't need to go touch them and take them out of what they're feeling, because that's what happens. Somebody's crying and you go and touch them, then it takes them out of the experience of what they're feeling, and it makes them self-conscious and can be like, ooh, well, I must stop crying. Like maybe this isn't okay. And in reality, what's happening is that they're cleansing, they're purging, they're releasing, they're letting it go. Now, if they stuff it, because this is what also can happen, and this is what I witnessed, and I actually talked to a couple of my family members during the funeral, was that sometimes there is just a feeling of self-conscious of, well, what if it takes me a while to pull myself back together? What if I, look weak or vulnerable? What if I am portraying something other than what I am as a human being? Hello, my friends. We are supposed to cry. We are made to release. We are made to express. We are made to emote. We are made to feel these emotions. And thank God that we do, because it's so powerful. It's so powerful to feel deeply, to feel the core of the essence of an emotion, no matter what that emotion is. To feel is the essence of what it means to be human. And we are being raised and we are growing up in a society that says it's socially acceptable to numb by drinking. It's socially acceptable to numb by taking prescription medications. It's socially acceptable to numb by smoking weed, whatever the feeling is. Sugar, food, some exercise, meditation can even be an escape, right? So we do all these things to escape what? Our freaking emotions. Can you believe this? Our emotions are a whole part of the ride. So when somebody is crying, when you're with somebody that's crying, let them be. Let them know that you are there with them, that there is no judgment, that there is full acceptance, that you are happy to see them healing themselves. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And it is one of the most glorious expressions that we have, because the other thing about people when they're crying is that, one, they're either in such incredible distress that they cannot hold it back. And something about that is beautiful because, like I said, it's an expression of an emotion. That's the way the light gets in. That's the way people heal. That's the way we allow ourselves to open up. And that is why it feels so vulnerable. That's why it feels so scary. Because we're opening up to see things inside of ourselves that we have not seen before. And it is just so fucking glorious, people. Let yourself cry. Let other people cry. Now, the other thing that's beautiful about that is that if somebody is crying with you or around you, it is, one, that they are so comfortable with you, that they are being able to express themselves, that they feel safe, that they feel nurtured, that they feel that they can express. And it is so incredibly beautiful. And men, I feel for you. I feel for you because I feel like we are, again, we're in this society where men have been taught that it isn't okay to cry, it isn't okay to feel feelings. And so what do? They go drink. They go to the bar. They hang out with their buddies. And, so do women too. But my point is that I cannot tell you a single female that has been in a relationship that has not complained once about their partner's drinking. And I'm not pointing fingers or blame here at all. But my hypothesis, my theory on that is because there isn't permission for men to feel. And so instead, men learn to numb. And I am generalizing here. I am absolutely generalizing. And I do hear some of you saying, well, what about the people that are being dramatic when they're crying? Well, yes, there's that too. And I really don't believe that there is an essence of dramatic, because the dramatic, what may not seem like a big deal to you, is a huge deal to the person that's crying, obviously. So you don't know what their frame of reference is. You don't know what their experience is in feeling what they're feeling. So letting them need. Chris, I love hearing that. Nah, fuck that shit. If I need to cry, I cry. No macho bullshit. Way to go, Chris. And Lindsay, good morning. Sunshine, I'm so happy you're here. All right, anyway, that was a thing that I wanted to share with you. It's been on my heart for the last couple of days, and I know I could have popped on at any time, but Transformational Tuesday just felt like the right time. All right, so checking in with the magical messages from the fairies. All right, who's ready? Get your question formed. We're still in the beginning of the new year. Things are still fresh. Still releasing from what has happened, what has been. So let's go ahead and, that one. And that one. And I already see the other one. Boom. These ones, I want you to know, this is a special thing that I'm sharing these with you, because these cards I usually just use for myself. By myself, for myself. All right, so first one here, we have birthday. Oh, and I didn't flip this around. It's okay. We'll just keep going. So the birthday. A significant birthday holds the answers to your questions. So let's go ahead and check in and see what this is about. All right, so I'm seeing that this is about rebirth and celebration. The rebirth, again, just starting to tune in to this new year, this newness. Again, crying, that's a rebirth. I don't know if any of you, I know that a lot of you who are watching this have experienced that sobbing, that like, oh my God, you're crying. That is a rebirth. I don't know about you, but waking up the next morning after one of those experiences is like, oh, thank God. You're like pulling away all of the sludge and letting it all go. So the birthday, the rebirth, that's what this is about. This is about giving yourself the time to shed what you need to shed, what you want to shed. So the rebirth, the new year, the newness, it's coming in. What are you calling in for yourself this year? I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions, but I am a big fan of New Year's goals. And those New Year's goals actually tend to turn into resolutions because I have to change my behavior in order to reach those goals. So, birthday, rebirth, celebration. That is the key to all success. And there's quite a few keys, but the key is the celebration of your successes, the celebration of your accomplishments. It's so key. It's so key because I was just talking to one of my earth angels in a session that we did yesterday, that this life is so challenging. This life has so many ups and downs and ebbs and flows that this life is so challenging. And what makes it worth it? The fucking celebrations, right? I'm going to tell you a little secret about myself that I feel kind of funny sharing. But I used to celebrate, I don't know why I stopped this. I should probably start again. But I used to celebrate the 10th of every single month. Because my birthday is the 10th in the summer. And so the 10th of every single month I would celebrate. And like go out with friends. And it wouldn't be like, you know, it's Samantha's celebration, whatever. It was just kind of like a personal thing that I did to celebrate. Because I said, why not? It makes life so much better and so much more fun. So the birthday, celebrating is going to make life so much greater, so much better. Oh, and happy, happy birthday, Biggie. There's a thing about people born on 10ths, let me tell you. Lindsay, I'm so glad you're here. And Julie, I just love, lately the time is just matched up. I love that you're on the other side of the world and we can just connect through this way. It's so cool. All right, so vegetarian. Now, what this is about, yes, if you are considering a vegetarian diet, yes, do it. Give yourself some time to be a vegetarian. Just give yourself some time to step back and away from eating meat. And maybe this doesn't necessarily mean completely. If you're seeing that and you're like, bullshit, what is she talking about? I'm not gonna stop eating meat. Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna push you to do anything you don't want. But this card is showing up to signify to you and for you that it's important for you to increase the vegetables in your diet. Christina, meat being repulsive, that has happened to me multiple times on this journey. I'm also blood type O, which makes it incredibly challenging to be vegetarian. So there's certain things that you do have to watch out for and look out for, and making sure that you are supplementing and getting enough protein. But primarily what I'm seeing that this card is about is incorporating way more veggies, way more fruit into your diet. Get things moving. I'm not going to go too deep into elimination, but we're going to talk about it for a second. So when your body is regenerating, when you are becoming somebody new, when you are shifting, when you're changing, when you're rebirthing, Your physical body literally changes. Who you be, who you are, literally changes into somebody new. And so what do I mean by that is that the cellular regeneration means that you are sloughing a ton of cells. Your cells hold the toxicity from negative memories, from negative associations, from anger, from resentment, from bitterness, from guilt. Where do you think those vibrational frequencies, where do you think those memories are stored? They are stored in your physical body. So when you start to release them, your body starts to purge on a cellular level. You literally start to turn into somebody new so that your physical body can vibrate at a new frequency. Okay? You guys following me? We checking in? Give me a yes, give me a howdy, whatever it is. Let me know that you're following this because it's really, really important. So the vegetarian, the vegetables, getting more fiber in your diet, cycling through with more nutrient-dense foods, really appreciating what it is that's coming through your body into your life, blessing your food before you eat it. All these things is really important. Even if you're eating a bag of hot dogs and an entire thing of Oreos, I'm not here to judge you. But what I will say is that if you bless your food, no matter what it is that you're eating, if you bless it before you eat, your body is going to have a different association with it than if you're punishing yourself while you're eating the entire bag of Oreos, right? Let's just check in here for a second. Ooh, third and final card. You guys like that I'm still holding it up for you even though it's backwards? Okay, ask for what you want. The universe delivers. God, source, creator, your angels, whoever it is that you're praying to, whoever it is that you are connected to on the spiritual level, go ahead and ask for what it is that you want. Because what it is that you want is a part of your heart's truest desire. This is part of the core of your being. So what it is that you want is most directly connected to your soul's purpose. So why is that? Your soul, again, physically resides in your heart. That's why we say follow your heart. All of these cliche songs, all of these things. Following your heart is the most important thing you do, or you can do, and it is the best way for you to honor your creator. Again, however you see that energy. But the reason for that being is that when you are following your heart, you are in full alignment with your soul's purpose, with your soul's intention. So asking for what you want, you are divinely supported and you are completely divinely guided to be asking for and to be receiving exactly that which is completely supported by your destiny, by your fate, by your entire reason for being. Have you ever asked yourself, what the fuck am I doing here? As a human being? As a human being, what are you doing here? What are we doing here? Following your heart. Dive into your heart's fullest intention. Dive into what this actually means for you, because you are fully and completely divinely guided. So tuning in with what it is that you want, you will be supported in doing so as long as you are in alignment to it. And here's the kicker, you have to be open to receiving it. That's what a lot of people don't see, is that they ask for something, but then they're not open to receiving it, or they don't think that they're worthy, or they don't think that they deserve, or they don't trust themselves, or they don't believe in themselves. When all of those are block from what it is that you're meant to do here. And speaking of what you're meant to do here, please, my friends, come join me at Ascend. Hello. Ascend is this event that I'm throwing this weekend at the Atlantis Casino Resort and Spa here in Reno. Ascend is 3 days. For those of you that purchased or saw when I was releasing Grow Your Soul-Centered Business, Ascend is essentially 3 days of what I have learned in the last year of running my Earth Angels program. My Earth Angels program is a full year training of psychic intuitive development, as well as building a business foundation. So building the business foundation is actually what supports you as a light worker, as a healer, as an intuitive, as a creative, to do what you came here to do. There's this funny thing in the healing community and in the psychic intuitive community that is like this vow of poverty that we all take. And if you talk to any light worker, if you talk to any healer, more often than not, one of the main dreams that I hear about is that they want nothing more than to have a retreat center or have a healing center of their own where they can hold space for people to come and heal. So how are you going to do that if you have not learned how to move through your money blocks, and you have not learned how to promote, and you have not learned how to market, and you have not learned how to do all of this? Now, I understand there is a lot of bullshit, slimy marketing tactics out there. And I have learned through some, I have implemented some, and I've said, ew, this doesn't feel good. And so I take it back and I rearrange and I learn. So in the last few years, this is what I have been doing, which is probably why you've been seeing me more in your Facebook, why you've been seeing me more around. You're kind of like, what is she doing? I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to tell you all my secrets. I'm going to tell you all the wrong turns I've made. I'm going to share with you the mistakes, which are a little bit embarrassing, but I'm going to tell you the things that I have done to grow my business. Now, what does that mean to me? Growing my business means I can reach you, means I can share my message with you because I know that that's what I was born to do. So if this is resonating with you, this is what you came here and this is what you are born to do as well. So join me, my friends. Come meet me. I would love to hug you in person. If we haven't met already, I'm so excited to see your face because I've seen your name so many times. So please come and join me. This is for sure what you came here to do. If you're feeling like you're in a dead-end job, some sort of blah, blah, blah that is not fulfilling you, something that just is paying the bills, I'm going to be really honest with you. It's not a path of getting rich quick. This is building a sustainable, lifelong career for yourself that fills and nourishes your heart and your soul every single day. If that's your dream come true, please talk to me, private message me, even mention in the comments. You can go to ascendtheevent.com and you will have access to early bird ticket pricing. I never took that down, so still doing early bird ticket pricing, as well as if you're interested, you will get the discounted rate to join the Intuitive Connection Academy. So the Intuitive Connection Academy is the monthly membership site that I offer. It is right now, it's $300 for the full year. That means you get 12 one-hour classes with me on topics related to healing and intuitive development. You get 12 guided meditations, and you also get 12 live question Q&As with me that is an intimate, smaller setting. We can do not necessarily one-on-one, but if you ask questions during the live Q&A, I'm answering your personal questions. So, and I lied. I totally lied. You don't get 12. You get like 14 of them because you get a bonus for joining. You get last month's and you get the bonus of trust your intuition. So I'm telling you, you guys, these are deals you don't want to miss out on. And I'm sorry for saying guys, ladies and gentlemen. So join me on this journey. If you're feeling the call, if you're feeling the pull, I don't make any decisions if it doesn't feel right. That's just how I'm programmed. So if it feels right for you, join me. Join me, join me, join me. All right, so ascendtheevent.com. Even if you're just like, I can't really go, that's okay. There's a really cool promo video on there and you're going to love it anyway. So ascendtheevent.com, and I'll see you there. This is in three days. It's on Friday. Starts Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right. So with that, my dear friends, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I'm sure I will see you very soon. All right. Mwah. Ciao.